Who dictates the value of your life? Is it the people around you, the society that constantly watches and judges every move you make? Or is it something deeper, something that comes from within? In a world where almost everything you do can be recorded, commented on, and shared with millions, it can feel like your self-worth is in everyone's hands but your own. We live in an age where a single post can lift your mood or ruin your day, where the number of likes seems to decide whether you feel confident or ashamed, where the opinions of strangers start to sound louder than your own inner voice. If you've ever deleted a post because it didn't get enough likes, if you've ever changed your mind just to avoid criticism, this video is for you. Because I want to share something revolutionary with you today. Something drawn from the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided people for over 2,000 years. Your true value comes from within, not from the applause or the criticism of the crowd, not from social media validation or society's approval, but from something far more steady, far more powerful, and far more enduring. By the end of this video, I want you to never look at likes, comments, or other people's opinions the same way again. Today we're going to dive deep into how embracing Stoic principles can completely transform your understanding of self-worth. We'll explore how these timeless teachings can help you navigate the noise of societal expectations, guide you toward a more authentic, resilient life, and help you build an unshakable foundation of inner strength. We're not just scratching the surface here. We're going deep, challenging you to look inside rather than around you for validation. And I need to warn you, some of the ideas we'll explore might feel radical if you're used to measuring your worth by what others think. If your value has always depended on approval, attention, or applause, this journey might shake your entire perspective. But if you're ready to challenge the conventional, to examine the stories you've been told about your worth, and to delve into the profound teachings of Stoicism, you're in exactly the right place. In this video, we'll uncover 6 powerful concepts that can transform how you see yourself. We'll explore the trap of external validation and how it keeps you locked in a cycle of seeking approval. We'll discover the power of self-validation through Stoic principles and learn how to build an inner citadel of strength. We'll dive into inner courage and see what it truly means to be brave in everyday life. We'll reframe vulnerability as strength and learn how our weaknesses can become our greatest teachers. We'll explore practical tools for building resilience so you can face setbacks and storms with greater calm and composure. And finally, we'll look at how to focus on your own path, living authentically according to your values, not according to someone else's expectations. These aren't just abstract ideas, they are practical, actionable strategies you can start using today to transform your relationship with yourself and with the world around you. If this already resonates with you, consider subscribing to Stoic Ocean and turning on notifications so you don't miss future videos on Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom. Your support helps this channel grow, and your comments help build a community of people committed to living more consciously and authentically. Stay with us until the end to see how ancient wisdom is more relevant today than ever, and why some of the deepest truths about who you are require you to question almost everything you've been taught about your worth. Let's begin this journey together. The trap of external validation. Let's unpack something we all experience, yet rarely stop long enough to truly understand. The trap of external validation. It's a snare laid out by our culture, carefully woven into our daily lives. A world where numbers on a screen, likes, comments, followers, can seem to decide how happy or confident we feel. We've built a system where our worth feels measured by metrics that often have nothing to do with who we really are. But is our worth really just a collection of external affirmations? Is your value really determined by how many people approve of you or how loudly they clap? Stoicism, a philosophy from ancient Greece and Rome, challenges this idea head-on. It teaches that the only true good lies in our own virtues, in our character, our choices, and our actions. External factors, including other people's opinions, are outside our control and ultimately indifferent to our true happiness. Think about the addictive cycle of external validation. You post something online, a photo, a thought, an achievement, then you check for reactions. Each notification becomes a tiny reward, a small hit of dopamine that makes you feel seen, valued, important, but only for a moment. Then it fades. So you post again, you check again, you wait again, and the cycle continues. Now look beyond the screen. This hunger doesn't stay online. It seeps into your real life, quietly shaping your behavior, your appearance, even your life choices. You start making decisions not based on what is right for you, but on what will look good to others. You choose a career because it sounds impressive, not because it aligns with your values. You buy things you can't afford to maintain an image you think others expect. You say yes to invitations you don't want to accept, just to avoid disappointing people. Slowly, you mold yourself to fit other people's expectations, and in the process, you lose sight of who you are. Let me ask you directly, where in your life right now are you doing something mostly for applause, approval, or acceptance, instead of because it feels right? When you base your happiness on the opinions of others, you hand them your power. You build your life on an unstable foundation. Because here's the truth. People's opinions change. What's admired today might be mocked tomorrow. What gets applause now might get criticism later. You cannot control how others see you. You cannot control what they think of your choices. And when you try to, you are fighting a battle you can never truly win. Social media amplifies this trap. It's designed to keep you engaged, to make you crave those signals of approval. Every like, every comment, every share is engineered to pull you back in. But this kind of approval is shallow. It's often based on a carefully curated version of yourself, a highlight reel, not the full reality. And when you start believing that this edited version is where your worth lies, you set yourself up for constant disappointment. Imagine this scenario. You spend a long time choosing the perfect picture, writing the perfect caption. You post it, then wait. Minutes pass, hours pass. The likes come slowly, or maybe they barely come at all. How do you feel? If your mood rises or falls based on those numbers, you've already stepped into the trap. Your worth should not rise and fall with every notification. It should not be tied to who comments today or who stays silent tomorrow. Your worth should remain steady, grounded in who you are, not in how others respond to you. The same pattern shows up away from the screen. We seek validation from bosses, chasing titles and promotions to prove we're successful. We seek approval from friends and peers, wanting to fit in, to be included. We seek recognition from society, measuring our success by status symbols, numbers, labels. But Stoicism reminds us, none of these external markers actually determine your worth. Your value is not in your job title, your bank balance, or your follower count. Your value is in who you are when no one is watching, in the virtues you cultivate, and the choices you make when there is nothing to gain except self-respect. The trap of external validation is especially dangerous because it feels so natural. We are social creatures. We're wired to seek connection and to care about belonging. But there's a crucial difference between healthy connection and toxic validation seeking. Healthy connection comes from showing up as your real self and finding people who appreciate who you truly are. Toxic validation seeking comes from hiding your true self, shaping yourself to fit in, and constantly worrying about what others might think. The problem with external validation is that it's never enough. No matter how much approval you get, you'll always feel like you need just a little more. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. You keep pouring attention, praise, and approval into it, but it never stays full. That feeling of enough will never come from the outside. It can only come from within. When you truly understand that your worth is independent of what others think, you free yourself. You step out of the cycle. You stop bending your life around other people's expectations. You begin to make choices based on your values, not on what will get applause. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It doesn't mean you become selfish or cold. It means you become free. Free to be yourself. Free to live a life that actually feels true to you. The trap of external validation is one of the most common and most destructive patterns in modern life. But once you see it clearly, once you recognize how it operates in your own story, you can begin to step out of it. And that leads us to the next step. If external validation is the trap, what is the antidote? How do we build a kind of worth that doesn't collapse when the applause stops? That's where Stoic self-validation comes in. Self-validation through Stoic principles. Now that we've explored the trap of external validation, let's turn to the powerful antidote that Stoicism offers. Self-validation. Stoicism invites us to turn inward, to seek our own approval, rather than constantly looking outward for confirmation from others. The goal is to cultivate an inner citadel, a fortress of strength within you that remains steady no matter what happens outside. This isn't about dismissing others or pretending you don't care about anyone's opinion. It's about changing the weight those opinions carry in your life. It's about discovering the freedom of knowing you can live fully, peacefully, even joyfully, with approval that comes from within yourself. When you're grounded in your own values and actions, not in a fleeting public image crafted for applause, something profound begins to shift. You start living more authentically. You choose paths that align with your principles, not paths that simply look good from the outside. Stoic philosophy presents a clear and powerful truth. Self-worth should flow from within, not from external validation. Your true value isn't something that increases or decreases based on what others think. It's something inherently yours, rooted in your character, your virtues, and the choices you make in alignment with those virtues. Your worth is independent of how many people like your post, compliment your outfit, or praise your achievements. Those things might feel good, but they don't define who you are. The core of self-worth lies in living according to reason, in harmony with your nature. It lies in embracing virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. A simple but powerful question can guide you every day. Am I making this decision because it is right or because I want approval? If you begin asking this regularly, you'll start to see clearly where you're living authentically and where you're merely performing for an audience. Building an inner citadel takes practice and intention. It starts with understanding what you truly value, not what society tells you to value, not what your friends value, but what you deep down believe is important in life. Take a moment to reflect. What principles do you want to guide your life? What kind of person do you want to be, especially when no one is watching? When you gain clarity here, you can begin making choices that align with your values. Each time you act from your values rather than from a need for approval, you strengthen your inner citadel. Every moment of authenticity adds another brick to that inner foundation. Here's a practical exercise. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, what choices did I make today? Were they based on my values or on what I thought would impress or please others? Where did I stay true to myself? Where did I bend just to fit in? If you can, write your answers down. Over days and weeks, you'll start to see patterns. Moments where you abandoned yourself and moments where you stood firm. Over time, this awareness becomes more natural. You start catching yourself before you act for approval alone. You begin to pause and ask, what feels right to me here? Instead of, what will make everyone happy? You don't have to reject feedback or shut people out. Instead, you evaluate feedback through the lens of your values. Does this help me grow into the person I want to be? Or is it just someone else's idea of how I should live? The practice of self-validation through Stoic principles is about developing an internal compass, a compass that keeps pointing toward your true north, regardless of the noise around you. And this compass is built on reason, on understanding what is truly good and what is truly worth pursuing. It's grounded in timeless principles that have guided wise people for thousands of years. When you live according to this inner compass, you experience a quiet, profound kind of freedom. You're no longer a puppet dancing to other people's strings. You become the author of your own life, making choices based on your values, not on what will get applause. This freedom is powerful, but it comes with responsibility. You can't hide behind other people's expectations anymore. You can't say, I only did it because they wanted me to. You have to own your decisions and their consequences. But this ownership is deeply liberating. It means you are in control. It means you are living the life you truly choose, not the life someone else has silently scripted for you. Self-validation through Stoic principles also means realizing that your worth is not conditional. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. It's already there, inherent in your capacity to reason, to choose, to grow. You are valuable simply because you are a rational being capable of virtue. This understanding changes everything. It means you can make mistakes and still remain worthy. You can fail at a goal and still be enough. You can be imperfect and still deserve respect, including your own. Your worth isn't tied to your achievements or failures. It's tied to your capacity to live according to reason and to move, however slowly, toward virtue. When you truly internalize this, you no longer feel compelled to constantly prove your worth. You can relax into being yourself, knowing your value flows from within, not from what you accomplish and not from what others think. This doesn't mean you stop striving. It means you strive for the right reasons, not to impress the crowd, but to live in alignment with your deepest values, not to win approval, but to become the person you know you're meant to be. The journey of self-validation is ongoing. It calls for daily practice, honest reflection, and a commitment to authenticity. But the rewards are immense. You gain inner peace, genuine confidence, and the freedom to live on your own terms. You become more unshakable in your sense of self-worth, not because you're perfect, but because you finally understand that your worth comes from within. This is the power of self-validation through Stoic principles. This is how you build an inner citadel no external force can ever truly breach. Inner courage. Courage, in the Stoic sense, is not just heroic acts or dramatic displays of bravery. It's the quiet, everyday courage required to live authentically and stay true to your principles despite pressure, fear, or uncertainty. Inner courage is foundational in Stoicism. It's the fortitude to confront your own flaws and fears, to look honestly at yourself and see both the light and the shadow. This kind of courage asks you to look inward, consistently, not just at what you do, but at why you do it. Are your actions driven by a genuine belief that they are right? Or are they shaped by a desire for approval or a fear of disapproval? Consider a simple example. Maybe your friend is making a choice that you know will harm them. Inner courage might mean telling them a difficult truth instead of just nodding along to keep the peace. Or at work, perhaps you made a mistake. Courage isn't hiding it and hoping no one notices. Courage is admitting it, taking responsibility, and doing what you can to put it right. In both cases, the courage is not just in the action, but in overcoming the internal battle, the doubts, the fear of judgment, the urge to stay comfortable. Stoic courage means maintaining your course even when the path is rocky, trusting that your inner compass is set on virtue. It's choosing actions aligned with your deeper values rather than choices designed to avoid discomfort or gain approval. True courage involves facing both external challenges and internal vulnerabilities. It means being willing to feel fear, anxiety, or doubt, and still choosing wisely. Acceptance here doesn't mean being ruled by your emotions. It means observing them with a calm, rational mind and deciding your actions based on wisdom, not impulse. Think about a time when you had to choose between what was easy and what was right. Maybe you stood up for someone being treated unfairly. Maybe you admitted you were wrong when it would have been easier to stay silent. Those moments required inner courage, not the kind that makes headlines, but the quiet courage that shapes who you become. This form of courage is liberating. It frees you from the tyranny of trying to please everyone, control everything, or avoid all discomfort. With inner courage, you can face difficult situations with more clarity and composure. You can make hard decisions without being paralyzed by fear. You can stand up for what you believe in, even when it's unpopular. Inner courage also means being honest with yourself, acknowledging when you're afraid, when you're uncertain, when you don't know yet what to do. This honesty is not weakness, it's strength. It takes courage to admit that you're still learning, still growing, still figuring things out. When you're honest about your limits and fears, you can actually work on them. You can ask for help. You can learn from others without feeling threatened by their knowledge or success. The practice of inner courage requires a daily decision, choosing what's right over what's easy, facing your fears instead of running from them, standing firm in your values even when others pressure you to compromise. Here's a simple way to practice this today. Choose one small situation where you'll act with courage, a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you need to admit, a boundary you need to set. It doesn't have to be dramatic. What matters is that you choose courage over comfort, even in a small way. Each time you do this, you build your courage muscle. Every act of courage makes the next one a little easier. Inner courage doesn't erase fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting in alignment with your values even while fear is present. When you grasp this, you realize courage is available in every ordinary moment. You don't need a grand stage to practice it. Speaking up when something feels wrong. Being honest when lying would be more convenient. Being authentic when conformity would feel safer. These small acts of courage shape your character over time. They build your resolve and anchor you more deeply in who you are. Inner courage is what allows you to live authentically, to make value-based choices, and to face life's challenges with dignity and strength. It is the foundation for your entire Stoic practice. Without it, you'll always be swayed by external pressure. With it, you can stand firm in who you are and who you are becoming. This is the power of inner courage. This is how you grow into the person you want to be, not the person others expect you to be. Vulnerability as strength. Vulnerability often gets a bad reputation. It's seen as weakness or something that should be hidden. Stoicism invites us to see it differently. Vulnerability is not just inevitable. It can be a profound strength when approached with wisdom and self-awareness. Stoicism recognizes that we are all subject to emotions, mistakes, and misfortunes. We are human. The strength of a Stoic lies not in denying this humanity, but in embracing it consciously. In a Stoic sense, vulnerability means recognizing your fears, doubts, and limits, and then facing them with courage and integrity. Being vulnerable often requires more courage than pretending you're fine. It means opening up about your struggles and doubts, not to seek pity, but to confront reality honestly and work through it constructively. This is a key part of Stoic practice, using rational thought to navigate your emotions and turning potential weaknesses into paths for growth. Why is vulnerability a strength? Because it creates space for genuine self-reflection and change. When you acknowledge your vulnerabilities, they stop controlling you from the shadows. You bring them into the light, where you can work with them. This kind of engagement builds true resilience. Not a brittle toughness, but a flexible, informed strength. Vulnerability also deepens connection with other people. Think about the last time someone shared something real with you. A fear, a mistake, a struggle. You probably felt closer to them, not further away. That's the power of vulnerability. When you allow yourself to be real, you invite others to do the same. You create an environment where authenticity is welcome, and no one has to pretend to have it all together. This doesn't mean oversharing or unloading your problems on everyone you meet. Stoic vulnerability is thoughtful. It's about being honest in the right context, with the right people, for the sake of growth and understanding. You don't have to be perfect to be valuable. You can have fears and still be strong. You can make mistakes and still be worthy. You can feel uncertain and still be capable. Here's a simple exercise to practice healthy vulnerability. Choose one person you trust and share just one honest sentence about something you're struggling with right now. Not to seek rescue, but to stop hiding from your own truth. Notice how it feels to be that honest. Notice also how it affects your connection with them. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you often become more compassionate toward yourself and others. You see that everyone struggles. Everyone has fears. Everyone makes mistakes. This realization builds empathy. It helps you see the humanity in everyone you meet, even those who seem confident or perfect from the outside. Vulnerability also accelerates learning. When you can admit, "I don't know," or "I was wrong," you open the door to growth. You can ask questions, seek guidance, and improve over time. This is how vulnerability turns into strength. Not by denying your weaknesses, but by acknowledging them and working with them deliberately. Stoic vulnerability is about balance, strong enough to be honest, wise enough to choose when and how, rational enough to process emotions without being ruled by them. When you live this way, you build real resilience, not the kind that pretends nothing ever hurts, but the kind that knows you can handle pain, learn from it, and keep moving. Consider the difference between someone who never shows weakness and someone who can be appropriately vulnerable. The person who never shows weakness may look strong on the surface, but inside they can be fragile, unable to handle criticism, afraid of being truly seen. The person who can be vulnerable has practiced being real. They know their limits, they're working on them, and they're not terrified that someone might notice. That is true strength. That is vulnerability as power. It's not about being weak, it's about being strong enough to be fully human. Building resilience. Resilience in Stoicism is the ability to maintain inner strength and composure regardless of external circumstances. It's the capacity to weather storms with dignity and calm, to rise again from setbacks with greater wisdom and understanding. One of the most powerful Stoic tools for building resilience is the practice of daily reflection, often called evening meditation. In this practice, Stoics review the day, not to obsess over what went wrong, but to evaluate their responses and prepare more wisely for what might come next. This kind of introspection builds resilience by creating a habit of learning from every situation. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you extract lessons from them and use those lessons to meet future challenges better. Think about your own day. What challenges did you face? How did you respond? What, honestly, can you learn from the way you handled them? This simple practice of reflection can slowly transform how you experience your life. It turns every challenge into a teacher, every setback into a lesson, every difficulty into a chance to grow a little wiser. Stoicism also teaches the art of perception, how you see events, and this is a key to resilience. How we interpret a challenge shapes how we respond to it. If you see difficulties as personal attacks or impossible walls, you'll naturally feel overwhelmed. But if you can see them as natural, expected tests of your character, you'll approach them with a more constructive, stable mindset. This doesn't deny that hardship is hard. It simply gives you a stronger way to face it. It's about reframing challenges not as threats to your worth, but as opportunities to practice your Stoic virtues. Maybe your project at work suddenly gets delayed. Instead of thinking, "Why does this always happen to me?" you ask, "How can I use this delay to practice patience, clarity, and better planning?" The situation is the same, but the story you tell yourself is very different. Another powerful Stoic tool for building resilience is the premeditation of evils, known as premeditatio malorum. This practice involves imagining potential challenges before they happen. It's not about being pessimistic, It's about preparing your mind so you're not shocked when life is imperfect, because it will be. For example, before an important meeting, you might calmly imagine that someone criticizes your idea or that the discussion gets tense. Then you rehearse how you'd like to respond, with calm, clarity, and respect, instead of anger or panic. By doing this in advance, you build a kind of mental muscle memory. When difficulties arise, they don't feel like ambushes. You've already visited them in thought and decided how you want to act. This is resilience training for the mind. It helps you remain composed, clear-headed, and pragmatic, no matter what happens. Resilience in Stoicism is also deeply tied to your values. It's not just about toughing it out. It's about staying faithful to what you believe is right, even when life is messy. This shows up beautifully in the idea of amor fati, a love of fate. To love fate doesn't mean you enjoy suffering or stop trying to improve things. It means you accept what you cannot change and focus your energy on what you can. It means you see each experience, pleasant or painful, as part of your unique path, part of your training ground for wisdom and virtue. When you live this way, nothing can truly break you. Life can bend you, but it doesn't have to turn you bitter. You start to see everything as raw material for growth. If these ideas on resilience are resonating with you, consider subscribing to Stoic Ocean and share in the comments which practice, reflection, reframing, or premeditation speaks to you most. Your insights might encourage someone else on their own Stoic journey. Now let's talk about putting this into daily practice. Building resilience is not a one-time decision. It's a daily craft. It's built through small choices you make over and over again. Every time you pause to reflect instead of rushing past your day, you build resilience. Every time you deliberately reframe a problem as a lesson, you strengthen your capacity to handle difficulty. Every time you quietly imagine how you'll handle possible setbacks tomorrow, you're training your mind to stay calm and prepared. These practices may seem small, but over weeks and months, they form a deep foundation you can stand on when life shakes. The key is to start small and be consistent. You don't need to apply everything all at once. Choose one practice that resonates with you most. Evening reflection, reframing, or premeditation of evils. And commit to doing it every day this week. Let it become a quiet ritual. Once it feels natural, you can gradually add more. Remember, resilience is not about never feeling pain. It's about how you respond when pain or difficulty arrives. It's the ability to stay rooted in your values, even when the wind is strong. Think of a tree in a storm. The tree doesn't stop the wind. It doesn't fight the rain. It bends, it sways, but its roots hold firm. When the storm passes, the tree is still standing. Perhaps marked, but still alive, still growing. This is what Stoic resilience looks like. You don't control the storm, you learn to weather it. You bend, but you don't break. When you practice resilience in these small daily ways, you become more unshakable. You start to trust that whatever comes, you have tools, principles, and practices that will help you through. This is the power of building resilience through Stoic practice. It's how you become stronger, wiser, and more capable of navigating life's challenges with grace and dignity. Focusing on your own path. Focusing on your own path means centering your life around your own clear judgments, guided by reason and virtue. It's about returning your attention to what is truly within your control, your perceptions, your choices, your actions. Think of Marcus Aurelius. Amidst the pressure of ruling an empire, he turned inward to his Stoic beliefs. He wrote to himself, reminding his own mind to act justly, to stay humble, to do his duty. He wasn't just trying to rule effectively. He was trying to live a life of integrity and virtue, his own path in the middle of chaos. His reflections challenge us today. Are we making decisions because they are right, or because we fear judgment or crave approval? Focusing on your own path also means embracing the idea that the obstacle is the way. Obstacles are not just hindrances to the life you want. They shape you if you let them. When you stay on your path, every challenge becomes a chance to practice courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom. Your journey stops being a fantasy of a smooth road and becomes a series of lessons that slowly refine your character. This focus also cultivates personal responsibility. It's about owning your choices and their consequences instead of blaming others or waiting for circumstances to change you. Stoicism reminds us, you don't control what happens, but you always control how you respond. So focusing on your own path means taking charge of your responses. It means refusing to make your happiness or integrity depend on what other people do. This autonomy is liberating, but it's also demanding. It requires vigilance against the easy pull of following the crowd or living on autopilot. It asks for daily reflection, checking in with yourself. Is this really my choice, or am I just drifting? At its core, focusing on your path is about authenticity, crafting a life that honestly reflects who you are and who you're becoming. Not a life scripted by expectation, comparison, or fear. When you truly walk your own path, you stop constantly comparing your journey to others. You stop trying to live someone else's version of success. You start defining success in your own words, based on your values, not on what trends, impresses, or pleases the crowd. This doesn't mean you become selfish or indifferent to others. You can still be kind, compassionate, and helpful while staying true to your principles. You can support others without abandoning yourself. The key is balance. Focusing on your path also means accepting that everyone has their own journey. You don't have to achieve the same milestones on the same timeline in the same order as anyone else. Your path is uniquely yours, and that is not a flaw. It's a feature. When you truly grasp this, you can stop feeling inadequate when you see others' achievements. You can step out of the race you were never meant to run. Instead, you can focus on your own progress, your own growth, your own pace. Here's a simple exercise. Sometime this week, write down your own definition of success in 1 or 2 sentences. Not what your culture, your family, or social media says success is, but what you would still respect at the end of your life. When you're clear about this, decisions become simpler. You can say no to opportunities that look good, but pull you away from your values. You can say yes to opportunities that align with your inner compass, even if they don't impress everyone. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path leads to a life that looks impressive to others, safe, predictable, approved. The other path is less certain, less polished, but it feels honest. It reflects what you truly value. Most people choose the first path because it's familiar and well lit. The Stoic learns slowly to choose the second because it is true. That doesn't mean it's always easy or conventionally successful, but it means you're living according to your own compass, not someone else's map. Focusing on your path also means taking full responsibility for your life. You can't keep waiting for someone to give you permission to be who you are. You can't keep blaming others for choices that are now yours to change. Ownership is powerful. It means you're not just a passenger. You're an active participant in creating your life. This practice requires daily check-ins with yourself. Ask, am I living according to my values? Are today's choices moving me closer to the person I want to be or further away? These questions act like small course corrections. They keep you from drifting too far from your path. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about honesty, about making choices that reflect who you truly are and who you aspire to become. This is the power of focusing on your own path. It's how you build a life of authenticity, purpose, and fulfillment. It's how you become the person you were meant to be, not the person others casually decided you should be. Conclusion. As we each walk our paths, let's be guided by the rich wisdom of Stoicism, using it to quietly light our way, making choices that are not just easy, but right, not just beneficial to ourselves, but also to the people and communities around us. By committing to our own paths with integrity and courage, we create lives of true fulfillment, and we contribute to a world where virtue, not vanity, becomes the compass by which we all navigate. Living a Stoic life is not just about enduring hardship. It's about transforming difficulty into deep opportunities for growth and understanding. As you continue forward, meet each moment with courage and honesty. Let Stoic principles guide you toward a life that feels real, grounded, and whole. In this journey together, we've explored 6 powerful ideas that can transform how you see yourself and how you live. We've uncovered the trap of external validation and how to step out of the endless cycle of seeking approval. We've explored self-validation through Stoic principles, learning to build an inner citadel that no opinion can topple. We've looked at inner courage and what it means to be brave in ordinary, everyday moments. We've reframed vulnerability as a form of strength, seeing how honesty about our struggles can deepen growth and connection. We've practiced building resilience so you can bend without breaking when life becomes stormy. And we've explored the power of focusing on your own path, living according to your values, not someone else's script. These are not abstract theories. They are practical lenses and daily practices you can begin using today. The wisdom of the Stoics has lasted for centuries because it works quietly, steadily, for anyone willing to practice. So start where you are. Choose one idea that resonated with you most and commit to practicing it this week. Maybe it's evening reflection. Maybe it's catching yourself when you chase approval. Maybe it's speaking a small truth you've been afraid to say. Watch how this one practice begins to shift the way you see yourself and the way you move through the world. Then, when you're ready, add another and another. Let these Stoic practices slowly weave themselves into the fabric of your days. Over time, they won't just change how you act. They'll change who you believe you are. Remember the question we began with. Who dictates the value of your life? After everything we've explored, I hope your answer is clearer now. Not strangers, not algorithms, not the passing approval of the crowd, but you guided by reason, virtue, and a quiet inner strength. If this video has helped you see your life a little more clearly, consider subscribing to Stoic Ocean, sharing which idea you'll practice first, and passing this along to someone who might need it today. The journey to self-worth and authentic living is ongoing. It asks for daily effort, but the rewards are profound. Inner peace, genuine confidence, and the freedom to live on your own terms. And remember, you don't have to walk this path alone. We'll keep exploring it together, one Stoic principle at a time. You become unshakable in your sense of self-worth, not because you're perfect, but because you understand that your worth comes from within. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Stoic Ocean. Your journey toward wisdom and inner peace is something we're honored to walk alongside. If this video has helped you see your life a little more clearly, consider subscribing to Stoic Ocean and turning on notifications so you don't miss future reflections on Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 6 concepts spoke to you the most? And how will you begin to practice it in your own life this week? Your reflections don't just help you. They might be exactly the words someone else in this community needs to read today. When you're ready to go deeper, feel free to explore one of the suggested videos on your screen and continue this journey into the deeper waters of Stoic insight. Thank you for being here, for your presence, your attention, and your willingness to grow. Until next time, stay stoic, stay strong, and keep focusing on what truly matters. The person you're becoming, the values you live by, and the peace you cultivate within.